What's going on, Canes fans? No crazy intro for this one because it's a sad day for many Canes fans, myself included, because unfortunately I was correct about N'Kosi Perry, and he did in fact enter the transfer portal today on January 7th. I actually posted a video late last night on January 6th saying that I think that N'Kosi Perry is going to hit the transfer portal, and I think that it's the right decision for him. Now, the reason I'm making this video, don't get it twisted, is not calling anyone out. I'm not making it to say, I told you so, because I'm not that kind of guy. I've never been that kind of guy. I never will be. I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. I didn't have any sources. No one called me up and said, Coop, you got to make a video. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who told me that N'Kosi Perry is transferring. It was just my prediction. I just felt it down in my gut, and I sat down yesterday on a whim and recorded that video. If you really truly think about it, and those are the points that I tried to make in the video, it just makes sense for him, because a lot of people tore me up. They hit up my DMs and said, Coop, I can't believe that you're disrespecting N'Kosi Perry like this. And Coop, why would you say something so crazy? There's no way he's going to leave Miami. Number one, I never disrespected N'Kosi Perry in that video, not one single time. If you actually watched the video, it's like 8.5 minutes. I did nothing but compliment N'Kosi Perry for the entire thing. I've actually been a N'Kosi Perry fan from day one. He was actually the first or second video I ever made on this channel. I've always hyped him up year after year, and I've always wanted to see him do well. And number two, as I said, it just makes sense for him, because a lot of people came at me and said, well, Coop, D'Eriq King is not going to be ready for Alabama. And you're absolutely right. He's probably not going to be ready for Alabama. So the next man up with the most experience is N'Kosi Perry. But you also have to understand that more than likely, once King is ready, Perry would be put back on the bench no matter what the outcome of the games is that he came out and started in the 2021 season. So basically what it boils down to is N'Kosi Perry made the right decision for N'Kosi Perry. He didn't make the right decision, I guess, for the Miami Hurricanes, because the Miami Hurricanes would like to keep him since he's got that game time experience going into 2021. But he made the right decision for him. And some of you have to understand that it goes beyond just your love for the Miami Hurricanes football team. I, of course, want Miami to always be in the best position to win football games. But at the end of the day, these kids are people too. They have futures, they have families, they have goals and things that they want to accomplish in their life. And for N'Kosi Perry, he just didn't want to be that number two guy anymore. With the talent that he has, he didn't want to continue to ride the bench when there are plenty of other schools that he can be the starter. So like I said, I'm not making this video to say I told you guys so, but I am saying that a little bit towards the people who threw a lot of hate my way. I want nothing but the best for N'Kosi Perry and for all of the other players that are at the University of Miami. And for him, as much as it hurts to say this and as much as it sucks, entering the transfer portal is the right decision. Like I said, it does hurt Miami, and it does suck because I like him a lot, but it's the best decision for him if he wants to try to have a future in the NFL, because he's going to need more playing time under his belt. He's not going to go to the NFL if he stays at Miami just to stay at Miami to ride the bench. That just doesn't make sense. And I also wanted to make this video just to say I don't want to see any N'Kosi Perry slander on my channel or anywhere on social media. No, I'm not the social media police, so I can't control that. But the man rode it out as long as he possibly could. He competed year in and year out. He's got the U tatted on his forearm. So in my opinion, he'll forever be a Miami Hurricane, and you're not going to change my mind on that. I will absolutely be watching wherever he goes, and the only way that I would ever root against him is if whatever team he goes to plays against the Miami Hurricanes. But tell me where you guys think that he might land potentially. I mentioned it in my video yesterday that at the time of filming anyways, there were 91 quarterbacks in the transfer portal, and 25 of them are 4 stars. But even with that being said, I think that there are some decent schools that N'Kosi Perry could go to. Do you think that he gets picked up by a Power 5 school possibly? I think my prediction, I'm not going to name any schools just yet. We might talk about that in the future, but I think he might lean more towards schools that are in the state of Florida, because as I mentioned, he does have a young daughter. They live in Florida, so it would be kind of tough for him to move away from his, I think she's like 1. Actually, she might be younger than 1, so it makes sense for him to stay in the state of Florida and not uproot his girlfriend and their daughter and try to move. So I'm not going to name schools yet, but I do think that maybe he tries to stay in the state of Florida. So hey guys, sometimes we get them right, sometimes we get them wrong. Unfortunately for this one, we were correct. So I warned you guys, there's going to be some real juicy videos coming up on this channel during the off season. Some hot topics, some drama-filled ones that of course are about football, but it's going to get Canes fans talking. And that was just the beginning when I was predicting the N'Kosi Perry stuff with him going to the transfer portal. And like I said, it gets people talking, and some people don't like them. But at the end of the day, we all have our own opinions, and I love discussing Miami Hurricanes football down in the comments section. There's plenty more where that one came from, and we're going to dive real deep in the 2021 offseason. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't done so already. I don't mention that very often, but we got one right. So come on, show me a little bit of love, even if you don't agree with it, and even if you consider it unfortunate news, just like I do, because I'd rather him stay, but I want him to do what's best for him. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Let's talk about what schools you think he might go to, what you think about the news, or you could always just head over to my video that I uploaded yesterday about it, and we can talk about it over there too. So remember though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I gotta say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out.